Put your glasses on before you strike that arc. Shut the apron tight and clear that floor for sparks. Grind stings lungs like sand in the back of your throat. One glove can snag a blade, so keep both hands close. If it kicks, step back. If it binds, let it stop. Check the clamp again and keep your knuckles off the top. Time to do some sketchy shit. Not today, not with this bit. Got on, pipe down, keep it fair. Time to do some sketchy shit. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Fence stays locked in place when you feed that board. Push with a scrap block. Let the blade eat wood, not more. Long sleeves rolled up clean. No loose strings near the drill. Catch the grain the right way, or it'll twist with will. If it splinters, slow. If it chatters, kill the feed. Stand to the side for the kickback you don't need. Time to do some sketchy shit. Not today, not with this bit. Got on, pipe down, keep it fair. Time to do some sketchy shit. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Face shield down low when the wheel starts to bite. No phone in your hand, no rush in your side. One bad second can take more than skin. So look twice, breathe slow, then go back Time to do some sketchy shit. Not today, not with this bit. Got on, pipe down, keep it fair. Time to do some sketchy shit. Gloves off when they trap. Tie it up, then take it slow. Time to do some sketchy shit and make it home to go again. Keep it safe.
Welcome in, everybody. I think my mic should be working. If not, do let me know. Can you, by chance, bring it up to see if you can hear it? Everybody else was raising money for cancer research. I posted we would raise money for cancer. We are raising money for cancer research tonight, and if we get to redeem, we will break out Yoshi, and I will put it on. It's very hot, so I am not going to ask Sandy to wear it tonight. Make sure the audio is working. I mean, how do we know unless we try, Bailey? Trying a different angle. Yes, the money is going to stand up for cancer. It is a group that a lot of people in the 3D printing and building communities are raising money for. So it is a reputable company. I I'll break it at some point, Dark Third Dimension. I'm sure. But the new rig is helping. I've got a mic on it as well as a downward camera and this camera here. In fact, let's see. Oh, this here is our file that we're releasing today. It is a light up file, or well, not today, as soon as you get them up. It will stick to the hand of the Force T-Rex. These are the Make a World light kit. So those will be posted very soon. That is going to be a free file. We're uh, for Halloween. That will be out this week at some point. Well, I'm sorry about the part one. Um, we we have now, knock on some wood, we haven't had a failure on any of the ones we printed, but I haven't done too many of them. So we did do a lot of testing on for T-Rex, more than what most people probably realize. Trying to get the magnets right and figure out where we're going to follow the magnets. Welcome in, Teslas. What? That one? What? Is it? Let me try a different one. The way it is this one, it's not that one. Let's see. Where's this one? Yeah, I wouldn't think it would need 6 walls top and bottom, but I think it would not hurt.
I've tried to change the mic. Hopefully it still works. I've not done a large one because I've got to get enough filament to do it. We asked for too little for what I actually wanted, unfortunately, because we were still testing it and I didn't have the full file size. Better?
Yeah, it's not got like a little.
It's probably my fan. Because I turned that on, that's when the click went started, I bet. But we are raising money for cancer. If we can get to even $30, I will start breaking out the Yoshi costume. I have. It is not easy to see in, but we will be. I'll put it on if we can raise. Or the higher the donations, if we can raise 100, I'll wear it for a while, because it is hot. But that is the redeem. This file used head. Wait, cut the. I could understand the tail, but I'm surprised you had to cut the head. And welcome in, let's say I've got Teslas, Howie, Jonathan, Cruising Girl. Great, I don't have this mess. Dark Third, Bailey, and that's it. That's all I've seen in my chat. If anybody else's is missing. My link should be at the top at pinned, but I will post it again. It should be here. So that is the donation link. I am willing to cut that up a little bit for people if they need it cut on the T-Rex. But most people, I think, if they're enlarging, know how to put pins and things in it as far as the T-Rex. But obviously you can gloop it and probably do away with the pins if you wanted to, if you're careful. But we're trying to make it as simple as possible. But this is going to be, I'm viewing this as a giveaway for Halloween for everybody, and also I hated to post a non-free file on a charity stream, you know, asking people to go pay for our stuff. So we are releasing those files as free on MakerWorld, Printables, things, and that's it, isn't it? I do need to create an account on Snapmaker's new site and start uploading to that one. But those will be posted as soon as we can get them up. We do also have it to where if you want, I know you joined some channels, I haven't seen you on lately, Howie. If you want to join this one, you can. You, I know can join. My rule is I have to actually know who you are, but people are welcome in. Main goal is to raise money for cancer, so we do have to keep it somewhat clean, but I'm still willing to talk most topics. We are, I think, hopefully this week will be fully finalized on our plans for the bathroom, don't you think? Or
I don't know.
as soon as that's done, we're going to start demo on that. Start on the makerspace. Although I don't know how much we're going to film because we're scared of putting the plumbing on the internet, to be perfectly honest. People nitpicking it because it's going to be different than what I'd like just to get it done. What? It's legal, but we will be doing some of the construction on that and show it as it's done. And that will be, it's actually when essentially it'll be open on that side. So that's where we're at. Any other designs that I'm not aware of? Or yeah, see, we didn't put a magnet in the base of this, did we? To put it on the hands?
The what?
In the base of this one to put it on the hands?
I guess you don't. What do you mean?
I was going to put it, show it, the guy actually holding it, or do we not have that on any of the samples?
It is, there's one on it.
Okay.
There's only one on it.
Now your canvas, what kind of canvas did you get, Jonathan? Okay, that's, where'd the hands go? There it is. got a pumpkin where it holds it. That's actually, now we did the pins in Blender, but obviously it works just fine. Oh, okay. I've not been keeping up with it. Is that the the Centauri Carbon's not the new tool changer, is it? The magnets will stick to any of these samples. This green one doesn't have a magnet in it. Same as the hats, which are also posted in the member sections.
Pumpkins aren't posted yet.
Yeah, but those are we're sort of putting that as a free file. But I don't know, what else hats do we have? Grab those. That we've thought about doing it on the others, just basically make adapters for the setup, but we'd have to know what size somebody's doing it to even do that. The hats should still work on that because we do have the all the different styles. I'm debating on making a couple of the setups for, or doing a couple of our old files, which you could actually take any of our hats realistically and put them on a file of ours. But yeah, I try. We've got a lot of the popular ones. We do have a couple different versions, like the witch hat. You know, we really should have done a dunce hat, but the witch hat could be modified into that. Sandy's probably not paying attention to me. We should have done a dunce hat for him too.
What about the party hat?
You don't have the party hat done yet, do you?
Not yet, no.
You ought to do the a version of it as a dunce cap. And thank you for the donation, Howie, of $20. If you got any accessories you would like to see, we are open to ideas. We do have a list of stuff we are doing. We're trying to get the Halloween one done first because we know that's coming up. We will be doing something for Thanksgiving, I'm sure. And obviously we've got a Christmas hat, but we will do some more for Christmas as well. So we will be doing accessories for it. I would like to do another version, not T-Rex as well, but we've got to get on that. I thought about doing a larger one of these with light up eyes, but yeah, time is going to be an issue, so we may primarily release it, just this one. Big toothbrush. That's actually a good idea, to have him hold it in his hand. I hope you they all actually add on. And we're just starting on a lot of the toys. But a toothbrush is actually a good idea. A lot of dentists may actually like that. Put it in an office. So I'm happy to have Lisa in here. Harry Potterish accessories. Not opposed to that as long as I can avoid IP to put like wizard type to where you can modify at least and make them Harry Potter type accessories. I'm going to try to avoid doing IP stuff. I'll see what we can do. And the grabber hat, we have thought about it, but I think we're wanting to go a little bit too complex on that one, J.E. Palmer. But the grabber was actually on the list. I don't know where we ended up with on that one. Sandy? Or
We never finished discussing it.
okay. I didn't know if you had vetoed it or not.
No.
A cape. I did not put a magnet on the back, but can be done. Welcome in, Retro.
We discussed doing the TPU outfits for it.
Yes,
So like a cape would
cape would easily be doable.
be,
In fact, that would be something that would be cute on the list. A wig and high heels. I thought about that. I ended up gluing my feet on. We may have to do a different one for that, but we had actually fake mustache. Don't know if we can do that on the. We have an idea for some of the accessories on that. Let's see. I think. I don't know that we can actually get a mustache awning the way we are. A monocle was another thing we did think about, especially with the song that we posted. And we should have thought of that. I should have put magnets in different places. The question is how to get it to attach. I may have to modify the top to do that.
could do like alien tape or something like that on a spot mustache, like you can stick the alien tape on
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, well, it might be what we have to do. That a porch pig, I guess it actually is a good idea, especially with our love of the 3D printing pig George. See, my bot's actually running for. Let's see. So a 3D printing pig would actually be a good idea. I hadn't thought of Toy Story, honestly, on this. But I can see where the resemblance came from. But it's not quite the Toy Story one.
Yeah, the eyes are in a different place.
No. But a pig, huh?
Pig would be a good one.
Yeah, porch pig would actually be a good one, I think. Especially with the accessories, the same deal. I can see a couple iterations of the T-Rex as far as things, because there are things that we wish we had done already. Now, welcome in Raiders. Let me actually go back in so I can actually see the Raiders. Who raided? Okay, welcome to Mr. Excuse. I'm assuming, I did not see who raided, but I'm assuming you because I saw you streaming a minute ago. Thank you very much for the raid. I don't mind uh, as far as things close to it. I don't like going to things and okay. Welcome in, Jonathan. I want to add you to the stream here.
How's it going, Bob?
Oh, it's going well. Need me to post a link into the Tiltify fundraiser here. We are shooting for a $100, and I will put on the Yoshi costume.
Well,
So it's I'm gonna make it worth my while after I put it on to test. Now people can join without camera. I will take him off. He's gonna take the camera off as far as I'll screen, but somebody can actually join without camera as long as I know who they are. Again, I have no idea what you're talking about on the half moon thing with spikes that controlled by the dart weapon. Oh, you're talking about the Mohawk thing. Is that what you're talking about? That we do want to add a Mohawk to him. So that's definitely a setup. Yeah, that we are adding a Mohawk for him. I wanted to because of Johnny 5. I'm going to be inspired by things from my childhood. But we're not going to copy directly from anything. Mainly because I want people to be able to sell this stuff. Now, granted, I'm honest enough to say this thing costs enough to print. I'm not sure how well it's going to sell. But, you know, I still want you to be able to legally. You know. That's the ideal of our files. Now, not everything's going to be sellable because hey, people aren't going to give you, or I don't think it'd be easy to sell this thing for like $200. Now, could you make money printing it? Maybe, but it's this is for mostly for us, you know. You get a discount on filament. This is a cute print. You can, and once you got it, you can dress it up. Because of the magnets, we can put different accessories on it. So we thought it was kind of cute.
So it's an all-year-round dinosaur.
Yes. And I'm going to have Easter accessories for it. We're going to have. We are thinking of printing some clothing items from TPU and Space Fabrics, which we've always avoided clothing before, but we have been playing with clothing for the T-Rex. And we also have another version, although the pig is sounding more interesting, because I like the sound of a porch pig. So that's actually appealing to me. Outside of the Toy Story thing, and I don't care if somebody wants a Toy Story thing there, that's their thing. But the pig is actually sounding interesting to me. But yeah, that. And remember, if we get to the $100, I will be suffering, and so you do get to pay for that because we do not have air conditioning in this room, and I'm willing to put on a full costume. This is not a summer costume.
It's probably barely an October costume, for that matter.
Yeah, I believe this is set for inside venues because this sucker is huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
It has been, I don't know, at least 15 years since I've had it on. So, how was your week, Jonathan?
It's good. I've been working on my orthotics. So this is the left foot printed in TPU.
little buggy friend. Oh, you talking about the butterfly, Dark Third? We do have. We are going to. All of our magnetic ones will actually stick to it, the nose at least, and some of them will stick in its mouth. But now, are you? I assume you're planning on making a video on that, Jonathan.
I
On the
could.
narcotics?
I wasn't planning on it, but I could.
I
I
think it's
could.
a
I
good
mean,
concept, especially if we know how well it works when you're done.
yeah,
I know there's some testing aspect to it.
yeah. Like this is still going to be tested because I think that I might need to go a little harder, just because I'm for a flat foot. It might be a little too much give, so I might need to go a little higher on the infill.
Okay. Now here's a thought. Have you thought of reaching out to some of the TPU filament companies to see if they may sponsor a comparison on it so you can try different brands?
Ooh, I haven't.
Now I don't have connections, but I think it would be a neat
Well,
concept.
at least I know someone who would have connections
Yes, I could
because
think of a
I could
few,
definitely talk to
but
Captain Kern and get his thoughts on that.
um, I could think of a few people that would have access to some TPUs. Um, yeah, Sandy, you wouldn't get the butterfly or one of the smaller butterflies, would you? Um, but I mean, I think it would be kind of a neat thing to see. Okay, what about foaming TPU? What about, and how does it affect it?
Yeah,
For your
I'd be
orthotics.
curious to do that too. See that too.
So it would make a video, and technically, if you wanted, we could probably sweeten the pot. Maybe get somebody to post it to their YouTube channel that wants to
Do it
use
as a
enough.
full
If you want,
collab thing. Yeah.
yeah, to where yeah, that's the smaller butterfly that's on there. We have a larger one that sticks to it as well, but we did one. We wanted a small one that would stick so that it would fit in the palm of his hand. So,
Yeah.
but that collab may get you a larger reach. Like if, again, I'm not going to speak for Captain Kern. I would be willing, obviously, to post a video like that because I would
Yeah,
find it interesting.
I
You
think
know,
he probably would be. I mean, I have to see. I talk to him first, but I think he would be
um,
something
yeah,
like that. I think.
because it would be an interesting video, but we would
Yeah,
almost
it'd be
have to have somebody with
something
orthotics to
different.
start with to compare it to.
Yeah,
So it wouldn't be something I could even make a video on myself because again, I'd have to have be comparing it to a professional product. And can we replicate it and get it close enough? Type deal.
yeah,
And then maybe can you improve on it for yourself, for your own comfort? Would be the secondary one. But I would like, I mean, if I was me, I would want foaming TPU, a few other, or should try that, and all the different hardnesses.
yeah. I'd be interested to see that.
But yeah, I mean, I've not done a ton of TPU stuff. We did. I tried to do, and it somewhat worked. A valve for putting air in a ball, but I think it'd have to be resin printed because the only way to make it work would be. I'm trying to think of the. Oh heck. Having you get brain, or maybe I'm just getting old and having brain freezes, but a Tesla valve.
Mm.
We did an air valve, or technically he did it in water, but it would work for air, where it would only flow one way, but it would be too complex for an FDM printer to work. I couldn't get it to seal back up. It would work once or twice for a TPU if you print a ball valve, but if you kept doing it, it failed. Because I thought that'd be cute to make custom soccer ball nipples on there from TPU. But we tried. It I had it successful for about 3 times, and then it failed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I have the right foot printing right now. Yeah, because it's the right foot was taking about 8 hours. This was what, about 10 or 11 hours to print, and that is going slower because obviously with TPU you do need to slow it down generally from what even the stock profiles are.
especially on the newer printers. We used to run an Ender for TPU, but I've not doing my larger TPU contract anymore, so I've not been doing much TPU. I kind of want to do a tool changer so I can do multicolor TPU because I haven't tried that. Um, so
Yeah, 'cause I don't think I've seen too many people try that on like the stat maker. 'Cause I don't think I've seen too many people really even do TPU on the stat maker.
I haven't seen too many people. We haven't tried it on our SnapMaker because we've been busy doing other things and
Yeah.
run TPU on our other printers. Um, yeah, Pezlos, donate if you hate me because if we get to the $100, I will have to suffer in this really, really hot costume. If we get to $200, I'll try to see if I can get to a heat stroke level. Of this. So donate if you hate me too. That will help out. But all the money goes to supporting cancer research. Uh, not what the thing says. We are not donating to support cancer here. I just kind of thought that was a more funny way of putting it. So,
Yeah.
everybody else is raising money to eradicate cancer. Why don't we donate to help it, right? And I'm not making light of people's cancer diagnoses. We have some people in our family that have dealt with cancer. I'm not lucky it hasn't been a parent or, you know, we've all had good or better experiences, I think, than most. So we are fortunate, but I do want to donate for those that are less fortunate. Because that could be me. It could be you. So. Thank you for the raid, Tech Cheaper. I did not mean to go on live on top of you and cause you to raid out. Tech Cheaper has been running a. In fact, I've been a bad host and not done the shout outs. I owe one for Mr. Excuse. Okay. Do it. Thank you for the subscription as well. Tech Cheaper. Or the resubscription. But Tech Cheaper has actually been doing a trivia one that's quite fun. Mr. Excuse is doing a stream just like mine, raising money for cancer. Hopefully he raised quite a bit of money. I did lurk in his because I've been trying to lurk in all of them to help support what I can do. But I did not see. It looked like he was streaming with a couple of people earlier. But or was that? It might have been somebody else I was thinking of too. Because I was in like 4 of them. But, we are still again open for ideas. I will add the cape to it. I want to do a hard hat and a Kiss the Cook one. If anybody remembers the old Dinosaurs TV show. As I said, I'll be inspired by it, but I don't want to copy it directly.
Yeah.
I still want it to be legal. As legal as possible. Maybe a nod to it, but not. Like I'm not going to load up and copy his thing. And I could be wrong. It says Kiss the Cook on it, but for some reason I thought his apron said Kiss the Cook and he had a hard hat. Maybe I'm wrong. because it was what, a '90s TV show. Oh. But that's that's some of the stuff I want to do for it, just because I think it's funny. The pig will get all the same accessories. We'll figure out some way of making them work.
Then we'll have to have a George Liner accessories too. Just
Yes, of course. I mean that would be required. We're going to give him some electrician stuff. I'll even try to make a Milwaukee broom. To, the late '80s, early '90s. It was from when I was a kid, I think. But
was it right? Was that the one which was like not the mama?
yes, that is the darkest TV show ever made. If you watch the finale,
Okay,
I've the world ending.
I've never seen. I've only seen the clips of it.
That is actually the darkest show ever made, in my opinion, because it's a kid's show. Realistically, the way they did it, I know it was an adult thing, but they actually had a corporation that ended the world from greed. Documentary. See, the only documentary I've ever really enjoyed was Idiocracy. To me, I think they went in the future, filmed it, and brought it back. That is a documentary to me. But they actually had corporations that sold out the environment and destroyed the world in it, and talked about going extinct at the end of the show. Really, really dark ending for a kid show.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, Toy Story 3 had its very dark moments as well.
I've not seen that yet. Or wait, is it 3 or 4 that just came out?
It was 5 that just came.
Oh, then I'm way behind on Toy Story.
I mean, 3 they face an incinerator. The toys face an incinerator. So that was pretty dark.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. My pop culture knowledge is really, really bad, isn't it? I remember stuff when I was a kid, but some of it, and most of the stuff I didn't even watch. So, Sid. I mean, Sid was the guy that was burning the toys, right? You're probably right.
Yes, but in 3 there was definitely had a very dark points.
I guess they were all trying to destroy the toys at some point. So, and if you're teaching kids that toys have souls and what they do to them, I mean, yeah, it is kind of dark. But I think half that stuff's written for adults anyway.
I mean, 5 was pretty good. I mean, I did see it in theaters just over a month ago.
I refuse to go to theaters. For one thing, I got to drive an hour to get to one. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I literally walked. I mean, it's like a 10-minute walk. I mean, I would drive there, but they charge for parking, and I'm like, okay, at that point, I'm just gonna walk then.
I mean, for me, 10-minute walk would get me. I mean, the post office is closed. In 10 minutes, I could get to a gas station. That's about it. I'm not within a mile of anything other. There's a furniture store here, a gas station, and a post office. A welding shop too, but that's it anymore. So that anything past that, I've got to go 20 miles to Walmart and to get groceries. It takes me about 30 minutes to go to drive to get groceries, a gallon of milk.
So that means you really literally have to have your list together to go do groceries, because you can't easily hop back out. Oh, I forgot the butter.
Yes, I mean we actually stock things here, It's because it is an ordeal to go get groceries. But the weird thing is, like you're a fool if you buy corn, sweet corn here this
Yeah.
time of year. Um, yeah, it's an it actually is a thing about me going to town. It's a big deal for me. So,
Mhm.
but it's, I mean, you get used to it, but there are weird things. Like I can get all the produce I want. When I moved here, I did not pay for a meal for a month because I moved here in October, and all the farmers markets and all that, because so there are farmers markets that are free here, to where you just go pick out what you want, all picked, laid out. Used to be more of them, to where the farmers would just take their what's left of their gardens and stick it out to where people could go grab it.
Mm.
Um, and there are their friends at least. And when I moved here, I actually said something about going to go to town to get food to eat, and she handed me a big old tub of produce. So I ate for the week for nothing. You know? The salads, but still,
But you know what?
uh,
It's nice and the vegetables actually have flavor then.
yeah, it wasn't it was better than what you get at the grocery store.
I mean, that's one thing. I mean, most of these grocery stores is like, unless they bring in fresh seasonal produce, a lot of it has no flavor.
It's dysentery polymorph, not typhoid over here. That you get from going to town. It's like the Oregon Trail. We do have buggies that go to town out here because there are Amish in this area. So you actually do see buggies going into town. I think most of them are Mennonites, but there are a few Amish people around here, which Mennonites can drive cars. See, I was making the mistake of raising money to support cancer riots, but I'm just kidding. All donations are to or I think it's cancer research on that.
Yeah, it's all going to one researcher.
Yeah, it's but I am with the builder or stand up to cancer for the same one that Liz is doing. And thank you for posting the link. It should be tagged. Let me make sure of that. Make sure. Yes, it also is also tagged up at the top. But all donations go in that, and if we get to $100, or will get me into. Oh, that's fine. If we get to $100, I will put on the Yoshi costume. If we get to $200, I'll wear it long enough to see if I get a heat stroke. So that is our redeem. I should have asked Sandy if we could give away a file. I had thought about doing a custom file for somebody if they donated, to where they own the rights to it. You get to $200, and I will not stab a bag for 3 months.
Oh, so you are team stab the bag as well.
Oh, I am. I think I'm one of the founders of Team Stab the Bag.
This is generally what I use to stab the bag. What?
Yes. No. Yeah. I'm a little less than $70 away from Yoshi.
See, Liz says open it bag properly. I'm like, the thing is, most every single bag of filament I open does not have the resealable. Is not resealable.
I think it's an accomplishment, because it will be tough to not stab a bag for 3 months this time of year, because this is our we've got one of our biggest shows coming up in about a month, and then that's going to get me all the way into preparation for Christmas shows. So
I was going to say
for 3 months that's a lot of.
I was going to say fall is probably the prime show season.
Yes, so That is going to be, and I've got some large prints that we're trying to get set up for this winter that are going to be, I think one print's probably going to be 20 rolls if I can get it. Find a
Wow,
sponsor for it. Um,
that's a lot of filament.
so we do have Polymaker. In fact, this here is all Polymaker. So this Polymaker sponsored this build. In fact, the reason it is free is Polymaker sponsored it. They gave us all the filament for the test printing and printing of it. So I believe you stab a bag and not a person. So that's get to get.
Oh,
I did not
we've
have a
reached
dry
it.
king. Oh, we've reached it.
We did.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the donation. I'm assuming Tech Cheaper.
I'm assuming so too.
It doesn't say, oddly. But thank you very much. I will get the Yoshi costume. Okay. I did not think this through because I cannot read chat.
I guess I'll have to reach yet. Yeah, so Tech Cheaper, how we do it, and Wrath.
Yes, we now have Yoshi on stream. Damn thing in this thing.
I mean, you look like you belong in an amusement park with that costume on.
I think it may have been the original one for when they did the releases.
Mm.
We found this thing years ago. But wow, this is hot. I get this thing off to get my gloves on at least. I don't think I'll do a step back.
Nintendo legal secrets. Chat.
Chat.
Oh, we're up to what? We're up to 150 though. We're 151. Oh, 11
I'm gonna have it dry
cents.
cleaned after this from just sweat. If Nintendo legal team actually reaches in, this may actually have been their original one that they've lost. Because we found this at the Goodwill like 15 years ago or 20 years ago. But this is C&P season desist. The Yoshi's just here to raise money and to see if I can get into heat stroke levels. But now we found this thing abandoned at a thrift store, and it's got the full feet for boots. In fact, we're going to try to scan it in about a week or two. That way, Tech Keeper gets his feet picked. Or in this case, boot picked, but still. I should have put a timer up on this, but okay. this thing is actually way harder to do than you think because I can see light, but that's about it through this thing.
I believe it.
Oh.
Tech Jeeper, you didn't give a timer. You're in it for the night.
No, I said 200 to get into the heat stroke levels. We're only at
We're at
150.
151.
Um, where's the super glue when you need it?
Uh,
Oh, I'm gonna get it off. We get 200 for the heat stroke level. That's when I get to stay in it.
uh,
Oh. Sandy was going to do hugs, but then we decided it was too hot for her because there's no air conditioning in here. Oh. Uh, we thought that was a bit much. She was going to come in for every $30 donation and give me a hug. Right now, she's just avoiding camera. Or I don't even know where she went. Probably hiding in the kitchen. My original idea was for $100 I would do or for every $30 I would do 30 minutes as Yoshi on the next stream. But if we reach 200, I will see if Liz will let me come in as Yoshi on her stream when she's giving away something. And set it up to where I can audio it. I thought about that, but we didn't plan this through. I should have done that back when we rode this in a parade, because we used to we set up some go-karts and ran Mario Kart in a parade, dragging Yoshi behind us for a booth for a few years. There's some pictures of Sandy, primarily Sandy, in it, because she didn't drive the stuff, but we used to run little go-karts dragging Yoshi around like it was Mario Kart. Somebody dressed up as Mario, I dressed up as Mario, somebody dressed up as Luigi, and we would drive around. See, Cruising Girl's here. She
Yep.
may vote to go with the pig, to go with the dinosaur. I'm sure she'll want a little George. Yeah, if I was wearing it all the time, I would, but I don't. I think I might get a cease and desist if I wore Yoshi all the time on stream.
yeah, that might get you cease and desist.
Raising some money, probably fine, but yeah, I've got. We do have some small fans and stuff that you put in your shirts and stuff for shows, which is necessary if you're doing a 115-degree day show. Which somebody was saying that PLA melted to their table at 100 degrees. I've never had that happen. But, you know, or even on like a 115-degree day. So I've never actually had PLA melt that quick. I wouldn't leave it in a car. I'm not saying I would, but I've never actually. I do a big George hold a T-Rex. You know, that actually would be a cute way to do it.
Yeah, I guess Richmaker makes a good point. Depending on direct sunlight.
Yeah, I've always tried to keep the prints in the shade because it kind of fades plastic to put it in the sunlight. And while a lot of the plastic will do well at that, I want the customer to have the best experience. So if you're fading it before they buy it,
Yeah, it's not
you know, it's
ideal.
Probably more. Again, I'm not. I've actually not had much problem with PLA. But again, I don't leave prints on my dash or on my car out in the sunlight for days on end. We're not doing some of the extreme stuff with the PLA. I mean, I actually think you can unwarp it by doing that in some cases, or even running a heat gun to rewarp it, or to do it with some. George might like the taste of PLA. Wouldn't actually wouldn't kill him, but I don't recommend it still. I'm gonna go put this down for a second. If we get to the 200 stage, I will get it back out.
The other
But
charge. I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
also on these, would anybody be interested if we blow these up to make tea lights out of them? Would that be a print that some people are interested in? The file would be capable of it.
Brad, you are hilarious there. PLA is currently safer than lettuce.
Very, yeah. I've really liked getting a lot of things from farmers markets around here right now because it does seem safer for food.
At least you know where the food comes from if you do get sick.
Yeah. I have actually been quite impressed, and that's proof that a lot of PLA will do okay in some sunlight because Shenanigans has, I think it was PLA that he printed the Rodney the Radish that Cruising Girl published and stuck on his dash. See, my furry sociopaths love eating the plastic on the floor, so we have to keep it up. Because they think of it like hair and try to clean it up. But, that, it's, it looks like it is sun fading, but he's driving around in the sun behind a window. So that's got to be hard on it.
And you think of it, most times he's literally driving into the sun pretty much both directions.
So that is, I think it's impressive to just have a little sun fading. And it could be just the way it looks on camera. It may not be sun fading as bad as it looks. It could be just sun shining through it.
True.
Considering. But it looks like it's got a little sun fading on it, but no deformation, none of that. If you printed it at a PET G, it'd probably still be in, the UV would probably still be okay. Yeah, I mean, most people I wouldn't have thought it'd have too much, but it still, I say if you're doing it outside in a car, I still would recommend other things. But PLA is not as bad as some people act. Yeah.
Like, it depends exactly your exact climate. Like here in Texas, I probably would not want PLA in my car.
Yeah. Well, it also depends on your location as far as printing, like if you need to dry it. Because humidity can change by county. Not. It really depends on a lot of factors. And higher humidity, some people have to dry PLA every once in a while. We do. We leave PLA out. We have for a month or two. We have to dry it, or it causes problems.
Yeah, I mean that's why. That's one reason why I have a dehumidifier over to the right of me. Is to try to
run a
keep
dehumidifier in here as well, but even with that, we still have.
Yeah. Well, you've got a lot bigger open space, but like in my one-bedroom apartment, that does a pretty good job, I think.
Yeah,
there is like one or two times I've had PLA where I'm like, I probably need to at least throw this in the dryer for a little bit. Maybe not more than like an hour or so just to get whatever but like just like an hour or so just to get some of the moisture out of it.
Yeah, that's. I'm not having to dry PLA every time I open it. Don't get me wrong, or it's the first
Yeah,
time I use it. Typically, it's just if you let it sit, it seems to be an issue.
yeah. I mean, generally, whenever I open PLA, I do not dry it. I mean, I go straight to printing it. Now, TPU, ABS, PETG, different story. That will always get dried before use.
I did not dry this PET G before I printed with it. I was in a hurry,
Mm.
and I opened it straight from. And I'm not going to recommend this, but I opened it straight from Polymakers, threw it on the printer, and started printing it, both rolls, and I had
Huh.
zero issue with it. I don't recommend it, but they I ordered it and it took about 4 days longer than I thought it or I was hoping for, and I really wanted to get the file posted, so I gambled. So we opened both rolls up that we printed this out of. Takes just over a roll, but I was in a hurry, so I threw it on two different printers with two different rolls, and shrank it so I could get it done. But we uh, we opened both of these Polymaker rolls, threw it on the printer, did not dry it, no issues at all. But in fact, I don't think I've ever actually dried a brand new Polymaker roll of bed sheet. But I don't believe they recommend that, so
Yeah,
we will not.
I'm with you. I don't think that's recommended.
So we won't suggest that as a printing instructions, but but this is Pet G from them, and it. I think it really depends on luck on the Pet G. If you're doing it straight from the bag and not opening it, but
Hmm.
after I've opened it, I do dry it, and I dry my PLA if it's open for more than like a month or so, because it's easier than fixing a jam.
Yes.
Nylon, you almost have to dry. I would dry that from day one. To think we actually used to print nylon weed eater string back in the day without drying it, and we wondered why nothing ever was successful. uh, and TPU I dry every time because it seems like it bubbles too much if you don't. In fact, it bubbles anyway sometimes. But I my this place I can't ever get down to 30. We run a dehumidifier all the time, and I have been told it's a rather large room. I think it is for most people, because I think this is roughly about 65 by 65. Because we're split in half. I've got a hallway and an office behind me, and then it goes into the next room. Or that, if anybody saw the shop stream, that's what's back there. Uh,
Okay. So that's where you have the drill press and all that, or all that stuff.
it's about 30 feet that way,
Yeah.
but or 30 feet to my right because it's on the other end of the building. But yeah, that's basically back behind that hallway. So that's over where that is going to be the bathroom and possibly the kitchen area because we are discussing moving our kitchen into the makerspace, which will be interesting. But it'd be I think it'd be useful in a way, especially if we do like three or get a panda treat for it and allow chocolate molding. So that might be kind of nice. But we'll see. Yeah. Welcome in, Darth Gallen. The right now the plan is to move a kitchen into the makerspace and open up, have the kitchen and sewing, uh, dye sublimation vinyl, wrap around to 3D printing, and outside casting, metalwork, and woodwork. Is the current plan. I don't know where the kiln's going to go. I know it's going to be outside, but I have no idea where we're going to put like pottery. if we, or if we're just going to have a kiln. But I would like to have a 3D printer that does pottery at some point. We
Imagine that, yeah, 3D clay printer. That'd be interesting.
yeah. Because I'd like to design for that, but I'm not large enough to get a company to sponsor me, and I don't have. I've got to get the thing up before I buy another 3D printer. I got to get the construction done first, because that has to be done, and then toys get done added afterwards.
Yeah.
We have some designs that would work for pottery, so it might be fun to play with. And I have the equipment. What I would like to do, in some ways, would be neat, going in towards shenanigans, is do a not necessarily. I think you can, in theory, you can do some other slush type materials like they're doing on houses with a pottery printer, and make
Oh yeah, those.
a jet
Those
engine that's a little bit more heat resistant. That would be. We do have metal casting too. That also is outside. We have aluminum casting. I can do aluminum and copper, as well as powder coating outside. I do not use my kitchen oven for powder coating, and I recommend anybody that does powder coating, don't use your kitchen oven. Don't use it to melt plastic, and don't use it for powder coating. It's not good for you. But we have the oven, which was where the drill press is my oven. It's for plastics, and the stove top would be fine for stuff, but the oven you can't use for food anymore. It's or at least I wouldn't eat anything that comes out of it.
I mean, just like I've seen people convert toaster ovens for some. I forget exactly what they're using it for, but I've seen converted toaster ovens.
You can use. I thought about converting a toaster oven, and I thought about putting a more accurate thermal controller on this one, running an Arduino controlled for the oven, turning it on and off, to where you could actually reflow electronics in it, or do stuff like that, to where you can control the temperature a little bit more accurately than what an oven typically will do. Probably be better for the powder coating as well. So, but that's probably what they're doing with toaster ovens, is more reflow ovens. That's the other reason. We have melted plastic in there, but yeah, you could take it regular. You wouldn't have to modify it to melt printer poop into blocks. Now, are you actually covering it in resin afterwards, or are you just doing the? Now, again, the PLA a lot more temperature than people let on. So will the PET G, but I didn't know if you were putting a resin on top of it to stabilize it, or not, like they do wood, because that would fix all the issues that you could have with PLA. Okay. It should work fine as is. I have not done well, we do have a PLA pen, but I have not made my own. Somebody sent me one. Mayhem had sent me a 3D printed pen. And we've thought about making designs for that, but I wasn't totally sure that people would want them. Yeah, basically you just put some weight on it and put it in a mold, or you just using like a cookie sheet and putting a thing on it. We have done it with the clamshell, where we melted some. The clamshell t-shirt press. That works if anybody has one. It'll actually put pressure on it and make flat sheets. That is a use of them. It's a little expensive to melt or to buy just to melt your PLA, but those little molds, which think Delta Trader gave me one. I don't know where it is right now. Oh, here it is. Delta Trader gave me this. I believe this is PLA. It is a skull that he molded. Hopefully he didn't use his kitchen oven. But yeah, that's he did that one. I believe it was Delta Trader that gave me this. I thought of doing that, but the skulls get old. I think if I'm at a show, you know, I guess we could sell them maybe. But I've also looked at like chess sets because I actually do play chess. So not very well, but I do play it. But chess sets out of PLA would be kind of nice. Maybe make my own molds as well with a silicone printer at some point, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get or build me one of those as soon as we get some of the more progress on it. I've thought about again. We built chess sets. I've not built my own as far as designed my own. That would be fun. Just a hard market as far as for people to sell. Again, because you got a lot of printing involved. Cool again for the customers, but we've kind of specialized in people selling. No, I did not see. I didn't watch anything on Open Source this year. Sorry, Paul.
I didn't watch much about anything from Open Sauce.
So I did not. That would be kind of fun, where it shocks you if you make a bad move for the trainer, or just shocks you at random.
I mean, that almost sounds like what happens during Wizard Chess to begin with. Harry Potter.
Yes. Oh, if you make the wrong move. I mean, I've seen where people put knives on Roombas and set them free, but that just I don't know. Never or a lot of stuff doesn't get to me because while I have an evil spirit and enjoy tormenting people, shocking people sounds fun, or more fun than what it is when you see them hurt. I'll joke about tasering people, but I'm not sure I would actually have the guts to do it. At least not anymore. I did when I was a kid. Because we used to have people hold the spark plugs and pull the rope for engines, for small engines, and that basically like tasering them. That puts 10,000 volts in them, in their hand. So, but Open Source seemed too uppity to me. I don't know. What does everybody else think of it?
Yeah, it's sort of my opinion of it, because it's not really a true, like a Murph or Rocky Mountain. It seems to be more like a frou-frou type net.
Yeah, I mean, like, it seemed like, I don't know, again, maybe it's just me, the same type of projects, but more of an air of I'm better than you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's what it felt like to me. I do remember Battle Chess, the game where they had the chess kind of look like Star Wars and the chess pieces would fight from the game. Yeah, it's YouTubery, but a lot of I just feel like some things it's I don't know. Maybe I'm probably wrong, but I think I wouldn't like to go to an event where if I was going, it'd feel like, or I wouldn't like to be in an event where the air was that I was better than or smarter than anybody else because, and that's the air I got from it. I know you get that at every event where some people are that way, but the reality is there's no way that I could ever go someplace where I'm the smartest person in the room and be happy. For one thing, that'd be lowering the IQ of the room pretty low anyway, but um, for another, if you can't learn anything, why go? And it just seemed like that was the air that I saw in the videos of, yeah. But again, that's mine. That's anyone 2030. I was knocked down pretty good when I was in my 20s, so because when I graduated college, a guy took me out and made me go do a week on a dumb project from an engineer, telling me how stupid engineers were by all the employees. Right before I graduated college as an engineer. But and that's part. I think that's where part of where it is. Open source is so expensive that it comes across that way. That
Especially compared to like a Murph, which you could do for a couple $100 for the full weekend.
I really shouldn't even give my opinions on things like that because it would not be an event I would want to do, and I would be shocked if I ever did something like that because I would not want anybody to ever feel like they can't teach me anything because at that point then I can't learn anything, and that was the error I got when I watched the videos from that. And again, maybe I just took it wrong. It might just be California for me. It didn't seem like I watched some YouTubers and stuff from other parts of the country. I mean, I would have loved to have gone to the Texas event, which I know they canceled it, but that would have been, I thought, a fun event the way it was sold as. I would love to afford to do the East Coast, but unfortunately, I have to work off of a budget for a while. I think open source would have to be cheaper to cost a lot. My understanding, I think even a non-VIP ticket's over $100 for some reason.
Yeah, the 2-day ticket's somewhere around $220 for early bird tickets.
Yeah, so that's insane. I need to open up. Wonder why the system does not show me things like gift subs and stuff. Thank you for posting that. Because it does not show me subs on here.
Mm.
Or like bits. Thank you for the bits, Granier. I missed a lot. But thank you for let's see, there's biddies. Let's see the. But yeah, thank you very much for those. But yeah, I think that's probably it. Open source seems so expensive that would be an issue to me. And I'm not. I failed in business in a lot of ways by giving away things because as mean as I come across online, sometimes just for fun. I had a hard time charging people for things when they were poor. So I would have a hard time having an event to charge for it. I would want to pay for the entire event myself. 93,007. Wow, that's for the entire thing? Well, I try every once in a while to be a troll, Darth Gallo. I'm probably meaner online than I am in person. But I definitely think I'm more arrogant online than I am in person. But I would like to think I don't come across totally as arrogant. I'm confident about my opinions, but again, if I can't learn anything, then I've lost my mind. Uh, so, and I fully believe that. Most of my friends are older than me. Most of them, all my life, have been older men because they could, are machinists, carpenters, 80-year-old guys hanging out with me, or women in a lot of cases that are older because they can teach you things. They have always have cool knowledge. But again, once we reach $200, I'll put it on, and I'm probably going to stay at least in the suit. I'm not sure how long I'll keep the hood on because I'm sitting there looking at a white light. That's about all.
That was only 100.
No, we're already over 100.
Oh,
We already had the suit on.
you already had it on?
Yes,
Those poor people.
I know. Yeah, I already had the suit on for a little bit.
Oh, that's
We're
sad.
we're 150
Do
now.
you dance at 200?
I don't know that I can get the camera out to where I can.
You just have to wiggle.
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't. I wasn't planning on streaming again, but I'll tell you what. Maybe Liz will let me dance on her stream for a redeem at a certain amount, so we can actually do that as a redeem, and I'll reset the camera up because I know she's doing a couple more streams. We'll see if she'll let that happen. Or maybe her or Captain Kern. I think he's still got a couple streams to go.
Oh yeah, Captain's going for the whole rest of the week.
So one of those two, maybe we'll do a redeem where I dance in the Yoshi costume, so I can reset the camera up. It's not good dancing. Well, we'll call it dancing.
Probably like my singing.
No, I'm not going to insult my dancing that much.
I would.
Oh, ouch. When she sings, the cats cry and leave the room. I love my wife. That is not why. She still gives me a dirty look for that, but my wife has all kinds of wonderful qualities. Just not her singing. But yeah, maybe one of them will let me do a dancing thing. And I'm also not claiming I can sing any better. But I don't sing long enough for the cats to leave the room.
Yeah, I mean, Captain's got about another 36 hours of streaming to go, so I'm sure he's got plenty of time. He could definitely have you dance.
Yeah, we'll watch out. I will see about one of them letting me on. Maybe one of them will torture their audience enough to see me dance in Yoshi costume for a redeem. But
Do they get to choose the music?
yes, they will get to choose the music. Are you going to go donate the money? What?
Nobody gonna see it.
Oh, I mean that they want to be tortured. That's on them, but nobody asked. Watch. That's also why I want to do it on somebody else's because when the viewership plummets, it's not on my fault. Or when all the sub counts and follower counts drop. Oh, yes. Especially, she did a good job dancing in it. Believe it or not, because you cannot see anything in that costume. Absolutely nothing. All you see is white light. There is an opening around its mouth where you're supposed to see through, but it's not at the right height. So, so I will be out in this showroom here because I'm not doing it outside right now because it's a little cooler in here. I believe it's around 90 degrees. in that winter costume dancing, so we'll have to make it a decent redeem for heat stroke reasons. Just like I'm making sure we weren't at 200. Just like that one, when we reach 200, I will try. I will put it back on. Okay, we are at an ad break. Anybody else? The donation is. Let me put that back up. Donation link is here for those that want to see me tortured. If we stream again, we will come up with another redeem. I will talk to Sandy because she may even do a design for somebody. We'll see, but I don't want to promise her a workout until I talk to her more, or some other redeem. And if you would like to join with us on stream, or even have a technical topic that I can get in trouble for or canceled for, you can join in. Because I am all about getting opening my mouth and getting canceled. So that is an option. We do have to know you because we don't want to trash the stream. And I do limit it. I'm not talking trash about other streamers. From anybody. So, yeah, no racism, no sexism, no trashing people personally. Those are my only limits. And that probably does leave out some politics. I think the only thing everybody agrees on is flock cameras suck.
Yep.
Yes, we can talk trash about the stream, Darth Gallen. That is a perfectly option. You can talk trash about me. Wife's off limits, but I'm not. Yeah, that is always acceptable. I'll talk trash about myself so everybody else can as well. No, I just don't like talking trash about other people's streams. Even though I probably do it, I've done it a few times myself, so I need to stop that. Yeah, they have all the free solar panels included, right? I saw where somebody posted that they come with a SIM card that you get free internet from, trying to get people to tear them all down. Although that may be believable, because apparently those barnacle things, they did. The window cover things, they actually had internet chips in them where you got free internet. SIM cards. Although I would think that would mean tracking, but you know, to each their own. So I don't recommend stealing those. But I did see somewhere where those actually had internet, so I wouldn't doubt that flocks have a SIM card in them.
I mean, they gotta have some way to connect to the internet.
Yeah, I was shocked how many of them are around here.
Yes, we have a lot.
I mean, they would be trackable. It's whether or not somebody could actually understand how to do it. But did you mention you got a new designer for products? Cool. You mean a new membership or what? So you picked up another line, I guess, is what you're saying? There is no designer out here that can cover everything. So, oh no, that's actually really cool. Because then then you don't have to pay her, right? She can start paying her college or all the money you've given her all the years. At least that's the way my parents were when I was their age and older. But if she ever needs help, let us know. Maybe we could try. I am not an expert in CAD, not as well as I'd like to be. I struggle with it at times. I think a lot of us do, as far as getting the programs to do what we want. I'm not near as good as a wife. Or as I always put it, my dishwasher has a blender function. Yeah, but she just started college. I think I'm thinking of the right daughter, right? The one that just graduated high school not that long ago. I mean, yeah, most of ours we publish are Blender. I don't think we do anything in Fusion, or well, we never done anything in Fusion, but we don't do anything. We haven't published anything in any other CAD programs. Fusion, if you make money, it's illegal. You're supposed to pay for it. I get that. Yeah, I mean, I understand the people are doing it, but my theory is I'm asking everybody else to be honest with me. I got to be honest with them. It's also why we don't do IP. Thank you for hi Abby. Glad you could join us, as well as your wife. But yeah, that's why I don't do IP. I try to make everything legal for everybody else, because the worst thing in the world to me would be telling somebody they can go print IP stuff, then they go to the show, they get $250,000 or $150,000 fine or whatever.
Mm.
That would be the worst thing in the world I could do to somebody. So I can't do it, and that's why I'm always the anti-IP guy.
I mean, because even if you call it something else, they can probably still get you for the IP.
Yes. It's got to be exact. They can't get me for like a dinosaur, especially when the eyes aren't right.
The dinosaur, that's a tricky one. But say Pokeballs.
Yes. Oh no, Pokeball. There's nothing they can. You can actually argue if it looks like a Pokeball, and you can tell it was designed to look like a Pokeball. It's a Pokeball. You know, you're not.
Yes. I mean, I've told someone like be careful. I'm like, I wouldn't be doing that.
90% of the people are going to get by with it. The rest, or probably 99.9% right now, get by with it. But
yeah,
but
I would not be risking it personally.
Yeah, because $150,000 is nothing, or not chump change there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look at it when I get off stream there. I barely know what a Pokeball is, to be perfectly honest. I'm pretty sure it's the... I actually was not 100% sure what it would have been, other than just narrowing it down to that little red ball thingy that people Pokemon carry. Or print,
yep.
Because that isn't... I'm not of the Pokemon generation. But... yes, you're probably right there. The people telling you you're going to get sued is going to be much greater than getting sued. But the problem of it is when they do. That's why I don't want to be a part of it. Now, I am fully of the opinion that I'm not going to tell you can't do it. I'm not going to call the cops on you. I'm not going to do any of that.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to make a file that has any chance at all of getting somebody else in trouble.
Well, and the thing is, they're going to come down hard on it, because think of it. It's no different than what the music industry does to restaurants now, where they'll go in there And if they don't have the license for the music, you pretty much have to get it on the spot or you're getting fined.
At some point, they're going to start hiring headhunters, essentially
Well,
going to these craft fairs.
that's what I mean. Like it's sort of like what the music industry does to the restaurants right now.
And they don't even offer licenses like restaurants do for music.
Yeah.
So you're basically, it's just like, you're fined, you're fined, you're fined, you know, is what
Yeah.
they're probably going to do. I know in Illinois they used to fine, they actually, at one point, they sent out emails to a bunch of people saying, this is your court case. And then when they got to the court case, they just fined everybody like $150,000 and just emailed you, hey, your judgment was against you. And did forms of them, full lists, where they sent them out. So, and there's no way you're going to win because technically you were in the wrong in the first place. So, they just went to the courts and nailed everybody. I I'm surprised restaurants aren't just playing the radio, but then again, then they get an ad from one of their competitors, and that just always pisses you off, you know, in that case. But you know, or use a service for music, because that would make it legal, I would think.
Correct. There are services you can, but you cannot use your standard Spotify or Pandora. You still need the more business version of it.
I knew you had to for like funeral homes, which I know is weird for me to have dealt with, but yeah, they have to have. They've got a funeral home license that was dirt cheap, so that they could do it for funeral homes and get licensed to almost every music out there. I'm with everybody saying that the licensing is insane and some of the stuff on it is absolutely wrong. That it's highway robbery, and it is what it is. But yeah, that's actually it. You know, that's essentially where the problem runs into. They will nail small people. What got me was there was a guy that made a leather pattern to make a Lego figure. It was a leather pattern. It was not anything as far as it wasn't plastic 3D printed or, you know, mass producible or anything like that. It was a full-on leather pattern, and he got it nailed for publishing that. Where you had to cut the pattern and sew it all up, and you could have a Lego thing look like a. And that's actually that's where I agree with you. They're not the artist that designed that stuff isn't getting the copyright. In fact, Disney's more likely to steal from a 3D printer than or is almost likely at least to steal from a 3D artist as a 3D artist is to steal from them. They've proven it. They have stolen files from Thingiverse. That's proven. I've seen it up to prove it. Some of the bigger artists on the file share sites have actually stolen files from other artists. That, again, that is absolutely proven. Where they took the file. I'm not saying like, okay, somebody making a Porch T-Rex, they stole my file. That would not be, they could, I guess, but I'm saying that's not a guarantee. Somebody makes Porch T-Rex. Inspired by is one thing. Stealing the file is an entirely different thing. You know, that's my problem with AI. It's AI has stolen the files. They're putting 5 or 6 files together, but they've stolen the files. So that's actually my issue with that. Welcome in, Maker. If you would like to join, you're welcome to. Let me. I think AI is hard for me because of the fact they're using the file different than a person is for art. Because to give somebody the right to, it'd be like somebody taking a picture of the Mona Lisa and claiming it as theirs. That's essentially what they're doing. In fact, I actually think that's the same thing as taking a picture, uploading it to AI, and having it done. I have no idea, Maker. I don't make plans like that. At some point, I'll raid out. I'm kind of hoping to have to get a heat or go for a heat stroke and get into the costume again. So we'll at $50 more, I think, or somewhere around there. I wonder if I can change the fundraiser dashboard. Let me see to get to the 200 where it lights up. I'm not sure I can change the thing, can I? No, it doesn't look like it will let me change it. Okay, go. Yes, it will. Okay. All right, now when we hit the 200, we will. That way it lights up, changes different. But yeah, you're welcome in if we're still on. I don't know. Plans are difficult. This is my getting canceled stream, right? I've always been one that when I see an artist though steal, because there's a couple large ones that I won't have anything to do with because I've seen them steal the stuff, and that's always an issue to me, where they took somebody's file because there's markings. What you look for is the guy's mistake, which most artists won't point out. Or some of us put signatures inside the file.
But I mean, you're at a show though; it's harder to tell if the signatures in the file.
Yes, I'm talking about when I can download the file and I can tell they stole it. I typically can't tell you by looking at a photo of it most of the time, unless it's exact. You know, like I'm going to use this as an example. We just did it. This pumpkin. If you did a pumpkin just like it, I would have a hard time telling if you posted a picture of it, right?
Yep.
But if I had the file, there's a few things in it that I could tell. And I could put it next to it, and if it's the exact same size, whatever. Most of the time when people steal our files for like file websites, they take the pictures. So
what they are basically creating their own file, but they're stealing your pictures though.
No, they actually take everything. They don't even bother printing it and taking a photo of it. They just most of the time when people steal our files, they actually upload the files. The duck is a issue remixing. TechCheaper has found that. I did not know that until TechCheaper found that. For some reason, if you remix their duck, it will fail.
Beardy.
Welcome in, Beardy. If you're available, you can join. I haven't seen you stream in a while. It is kind of smart if I could replicate it. I found out what's happening. But I don't, it would have to be that joint. That joint is just very, very complex, the way that it's done, because of the fact we have it pivot at an angle, the way it does, and it shifts. So the ball joint in that is a little bit too complex, and it kind of fails for people. But it's only on our sit and stand stuff. But if I could replicate that across all of our joints, that would be awesome. Technically, I believe Beardy's does that. Because I was playing with Beardy, his file. I would actually wonder if some of his, trying to remix his mesh would be or his flexi files, the Safe Fabric.
Oh yeah, I mean these that pattern there.
trying to remix that would be harder than what it would to actually create a version of it. So don't get me wrong, but I was looking at his joints because he makes a little bit stronger fabric than some of the other ones out there. The way that it was done. So I was looking at it, and it looked like that may actually not remix well. Yes, creating it from scratch would be easier, but I still, if I'm going to create something that I like the movement of it, the way yours did, a little bit better than some of the other ones I saw originally. So I looked at it. You know, the main thing that stopped me from doing it is, for me to add that to my repertoire and be useful to anybody that's printing our membership, I would have to create a bunch of it, right? To make it worthwhile. You can't have just one or two files. The problem I have is I could actually ask Beardy to make a file if I wanted it. So there's not been a incentive to do that, to be perfectly honest. He's really good at it. He's got a bunch of files in his inventory. It's just, I mean, I would have to spend a month to do that. Yeah, I still wanted some of them in my thing. In my setup, and I'm still planning, or I still need to get print some for the makerspace to leave laying around. A few items because I like the floppies. But yes, some of it is difficult to make money on, but that doesn't matter who did it. I still recommend yours for that, because it's great to have in the store for a higher priced item and to draw people in because it's more unique. And another one for it is you're the one that creates the smallest ones, realistically. As far as durability. So realistically, if you're going to create a space fabric floppy, I fully recommend Beardy. They are sellable.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, talk for enterprise license, I can sell the STLs. They're going to steal them anyway, Beardy. So, yeah, that's. But, you know, I actually, you know, I talked to you about printing some for the shows. So, you know, I honestly think they are worth it. I probably would have added some to our repertoire, but except by the time we had to do it, I would either be catching up with Beardy and copying his files, which that's not inspirational. I'm not ever going to do it. Trying to do some of the similar stuff, or I would be better off because the customer would be better off paying for his membership because it's not that expensive. But and I do recommend it. His membership's worthwhile. That's the point, and that's why it can't be everything. The customer's better off because we would have to hire more people and up our membership cost to make a. I think that looks like a floppy there.
This is, yep. I mean, this is one of the ones I use almost more of a sensory. It's like roll this one and stuff.
If I was to add floppy stuff in, I would actually have to up my membership and try to hire somebody basically to do it. You know, it's just, yeah. It's cheaper for me we can make the floppies. I'm not, but it's cheaper for me to pay to get a membership to Bearded Printer than it is to produce them. You know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've got a few of these sitting at my desk at work too. I've printed doubles of them.
And they're wonderful files. Some of the floppy stuff I've seen, not from Beardy, we saw broke, and I got to give his credit. His joints are solid. The file in it. Yes, that's what I'm basically saying. It's cheaper for me to pay for them, and it's cheaper for my members to pay for them than it is for, you know, because you got tons of them. They're the best in the industry as far as the floppies.
Hmm.
'Cause you're a wonderful designer. It's just we can't be everything, and we feel if we tried, it would be too difficult. So, uh, yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta run to the
All right.
restroom.
Again, everybody is welcome if they have anything to say. We are raising money for cancer research, or as I say, we're supporting cancer tonight. um, let's see. Where's it at? Okay, here we go. Dump donation. Yeah, it's pinned up at the top, but I still adding it to chat like Liz was, because we're shooting for the $200 mark where I put back on the costume and try to go for a heat stroke. But you know, I think a lot of designers probably should be, and I've always give Heathen quite a bit of credit for that. You can respect another designer, and you can work with another designer, and or pay another designer, work with them. I mean, a lot of cases I've traded designs out, but work with them to add to your repertoire without copying everybody. There's not enough time in the day to make everything. Make what you're good at, and work with your own inspiration. If somebody's done a good file, congratulate them on it. Promote their file. There's not, I don't know that we can be everything. I've thought about adding my own little cars to the stuff, and I may, because there's a couple things that Fixin' Dude hasn't done. But why? It's not always the best to go do it if Fixin' Dude's already got a full car setup.
Hmm.
I would have to spend months making cars to catch up, even trying to mass produce them. you know. And mass produced files are not good files. So,
I mean, there's plenty of those already out there. You can go find that are mass produced and crap.
yes. Well, I'm talking about the good designers like Beardy is with that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I have actually, and I was actually looking at it because there was a couple designs that I thought the Flexi would work for, and maybe I'll do them. I don't know as far as on it, but I don't. I guarantee you I won't do a full lineup of them, strictly because I got a friend that does it that does a good job of it. So there's not a need for it. But there was a couple things I was looking at where it'd be not a full flexi file, essentially, that I thought would be neat. In fact, one time I thought about trying to email you to do a mixed file and see if we do a collab. Just because I thought it'd be neat to do a collab with you, but then things got busy for both of us. But because I thought it'd be neat to actually have a file half done by one guy and half done by another. It would be a fun concept. But yes, it was actually going to be a mix. Technically, That was the concept, which I know you can do both styles, but I just thought it'd be neat to have Beardy do the flexi just because. um, I've never done a full on collaboration with Bearded Printer.
Mm.
There's a few things that I mentioned I wanted and he created that work with some of our files that I've got around here. Uh, but I've not done a full on collab. But, and I'm not saying he took my idea. I said the idea knowing he was going to make it. It just, hey, I would like this, and he made it. So I'm not, again, it's, but yeah, and yeah, you're right. I did have a collab. I forgot about that one. that, that was right when my father was in hospice, so I forgot all about that. It was not a easy time for me to remember. I was working, burning my candle at both ends. So, but yeah, that was fun. But a single file would be a very difficult collab. If you're talking one file opened up in multiple programs, that would be a very difficult one to pull off. And the file I was talking about was going to be a very difficult space fabric. I think it would work, but I wasn't 100% sure. It was going to require a modification, so I was going to do part of it and then see if you could actually master the rest.
I think I'm gonna jump off. It was fun.
All right. Got to go someplace else, huh?
Yeah, it's getting a little late too.
Huh. Well, have a good night.
Yep. See you later.
I have not had great success with Nomad. It's very difficult for us to post everything in the right spot for flexis. And Sandy's having a hard time, or had a hard time going backwards for it because it doesn't quite have the power Blender has. Okay, so basic, yeah. Kind of like what we do. I'm trying to learn to do the opposite, where I'm doing the functional part and bring it into Blender. We've been trying to work on that because Blender will do the functional stuff, but there are some of the things we're wanting to do, which we would like to get to. Blender is difficult to get everything to line up right. So again, I don't want to release some of the files that are theory that haven't been come across yet. But there's a few things where we would like to do that there are limitations to Blender. It's so weird. Tiltify shows on my screen, but there it does. $30, and I put the suit back on. So thank you for the donation of $20 there, Beardy. I know you raised money for this last year. What, Sandy? Huh. I refuse to pay for Fusion as little as we use it. So I've been trying to work with FreeCAD. Plus FreeCAD, in theory, if I can get the import mastery done, will import better to Blender. So I've been trying to learn FreeCAD. I don't like how Fusion keeps changing the rules. So next year they're that's basically it. That price is really hard to swallow for testing and to do a few functional things and use Blender for everything else. That's probably one thing against me doing Space Fabric is that's so much easier, I think, in Fusion than Blender. Although their array tools are getting better in Blender. What? I guess array is a lot better than it used to be.
Yes, it is.
So,
They made some good upgrades.
but Fusion's so much, I think, still so much better for that. And also some of the boxes and stuff Fusion will be better for.
Yeah. I'm not sure the last time I actually logged into Fusion has been years.
It is. Well, it technically would be illegal for us to use it because we are making money with designs. We're not.
Sometimes I go into Fusion and decide, oh wait, I could probably do it back in Blender. When I was looking at it, it's like, alright, I got this.
So I mean, yeah. Well, it's questionable because we're not making money with Fusion. But,
I think like we made a piece for the door,
uh-huh.
and I made that originally years ago in like Fusion.
I think Blender is one of those things where everybody says they're going to learn it, and most people give up on it because it is very difficult.
I gave up the first time we actually looked at it. It was years ago. Years and years ago. I was like, no, man, this is difficult.
Yeah.
And a lot's changed since then. It was a way different program than some of this. Visually. Features. I get where people give up because I did it. It's intimidating. But I think because just the way it is, there's so many ways to do things.
Yes. But that also makes it impossible to do tutorials on it. Because your version of Blender is different than my version of Blender, and I mean, it's just...
Well, I know when I started out, if you don't follow people's steps one by one, it never seemed to work out for me. So, I mean, it's great to start off doing some of the tutorials, like the donut one, but it gets a little hectic.
Yeah.
Until you sit down and learn it all.
Well, I believe Blender is the most powerful 3D printing program out there.
It's a great program, honestly.
The organic shapes are so much stronger than what you can typically do in any of the CAD programs. It is a wonderful program, but it is a difficult program to learn. You know.
I think also if you accidentally hit anything, it's like, what the heck did I touch? And it's so easy to go into something and be like, oh my god, what? There's just so much, and that's where people probably Nomad Sculpt is easier, I think. It's probably easier to figure out what you hit by accident.
It could be, but see, Nomad Sculpt's harder to sell or save on, isn't it? Each step.
I don't know,
But
we
and see, like Beardy has done a mastery of using his fillets and some of his chamfers to actually build a good quality product in Fusion. I was impressed by his tutorials because of he is a master of some of the sculpting them. And things are done on hotkeys, but you start modifying it. The problem with Blender is nobody leaves it stocked. So, yeah, I mean, fillets and Tinkercad are, that's actually one of the weakest points of Tinkercad. But now I do know people are using it. And I'm not going to knock Tinkercad. Anybody that says, or I can say one program will do a better file at the end. But that doesn't mean that you don't have, if you master another program, you can't be better at Tinkercad even than Fusion. Um, Tinkercad is not a bad program. And there's some things we still use Tinkercad for to this day. I
Things
mean,
with words, a lot of times it's just easier making a little sign with somebody's name or something. It's easier to throw it in Tinkercad
yeah, I mean, there's
than Blender or something.
Beardy throw it in Blender. I've seen him do tags.
Tags, but for a lot of
But-
people, I mean, it's so simple just to.
Yes, there's some, and there are people that have mastered Tinkercad to doing amazing things
Oh,
with it.
Right.
I mean, this here was a jointed file was done in Tinkercad. I mean, that's I understand because, or I would want to move kids to something that's marketable. I've not used SolidWorks, but if they're wanting to go into, if they go apply for a job or go into college, it's going to be an issue to say Tinkercad, and that's where there is a little bit of a thing there, but that doesn't mean it's weaker really as far as it's not worth learning. And that's actually, and see, that's a problem with SolidWorks. I know so many people use it, don't pay the license, and still sell it, and that's on them to make a decision. Same as IP stuff. It is way too expensive, which maybe it's not way too expensive. Maybe I'm just too cheap, but Onshape is the same way, where it's, if you're actually selling the files, it's expensive if you're doing it legally. They're cheap if you want to break the rules. Got a second bottle of water. All the programs are free if you don't sell designs. Oh, no thoughts. That's my program. Come on, I want that one. Maybe even thinking about honesty is just a lost thing. But I could never actually lie to a company and expect somebody else to not lie to me. I just couldn't do it. So we have to be legit on our licensing, and we don't use Fusion enough to pay for it. What? I know.
Like, I don't even think I was using the design. It was just.
Well, we did it for some of our own personal stuff,
Yes.
but we never used it for design. We never published anything for Fusion.
No. You know, the original thing that I did before we did all of this is when we did the stuff for Instructables and I did a locket in Fusion.
Yeah, but that was legal. We gave
Yeah,
the file
no,
away.
that was like one of the original things, and that took me like weeks to make. I mean, this was, you're talking like 10, 12 years ago.
My brackets for which we never made. Well, actually, yes, we did make them, but for the CNC, those were done in Fusion when I did that. that was done in Fusion, but we never actually published anything to things in Fusion.
Most of our stuff's
But
organic.
technically, according to the license, we can't use Fusion for our own stuff anymore because we're selling designs. But yeah, I can't.
It's more of a pain. Oh, just to log in to even look at it,
Well, I've lost mine because it says they know we're commercial, but I also put built over bot on it. So it kicked me out because I lost my. I was playing with a free design that I was going to release, but
Well, like
originally.
the piece for the door is probably in mine. I didn't need to reprint.
Hopefully,
I
if
don't
not,
know.
we can recreate it
Never make it again, but
because it's realistically a
and I might have
thing.
done that in Blender. I don't remember.
I mean that's just a small square and a hole in it. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. Just like a lot of things when I say somebody else can't do it, is we can't do it. Maybe I should put it. We can't do something to harm somebody else, and we can't. I can't lie myself to get a program like that. So it's more I'm not willing to do it, and neither is Sandy. So yeah, I'm not willing to download SolidWorks and use it if they say I can't legally publish a design file for money and do it. I just can't do it.
Have they always been that way?
Yeah, just people ignore it.
I know Fusion used to be originally you had to make so much before, but everybody was using it.
Yes. And that's basically what it is. It's not helpful to my mental health, and my mental health is worth something to me. I mean, I'm not sure Sandy says I have mental health to be important, right? But I can't be deceitful. I can't come on here and lie and give people, which I always say I give people bad advice, but I can't.
Is this you're changing into good advice tonight?
No, it's still bad advice to follow my advice, but anybody who calls his spouse a dishwasher is probably not going to give good advice. I mean, yeah, just because you can get away with it doesn't mean you should do it. You know, it's kind of the way I feel about it. You know, it's. Oh, wow, this can blow up.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just because you can get by with it doesn't make it right. This is kind of our theory. That's but I want to be proud of the stuff we publish. Yeah. And if we lied to people, I don't think we could ever be proud of it. So, what?
I want to say 3D printing has issues.
I do think as a whole, a lot of it does have issues with honesty.
One of it is the truth.
And when you go to shows, half the people say, "Hey, I designed this," when they printed it. I mean, I talked to a guy the other day that actually had bearded printers files, or somebody had bearded printers files on it, on their stuff, and they bought them from somebody else. They didn't want to hear that they didn't have commercial rights to his files. They're in a chat. Because apparently somebody stole them and put them on somewhere, which I don't know where they got them, but.
That's my problem. You know? There's no control aspect of it.
But I guarantee you it was bearded printer's file. You know.
We've had people do that. Well, I got it from somebody else.
Yeah.
I can sell it. They gave me permission.
That's like we have a series, or unfortunately, that not everybody's honest. You know, one of the largest designers on things stole files from Littleton. Republished his files. What? I don't know their actual names, Beardy, just some online stuff. But I get it was your files, you know. But
Well, and like some of the people, what's crazy to me is you give out a free file. Somebody will take that file, put it on Etsy, and charge $3.99 for the thing.
yeah,
I mean, when you go on there, you'll see that all day long. Like I go on there look for our files, and I would see something from like Dave Makes Stuff.
but he gave away for
Where
free.
he gave it away for free, and they're on there charging for it. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, he charges for his files now for that reason, and I don't blame
He
him.
should. I mean, because that's crazy. Put a lot of work into this stuff, and somebody takes it and is like,
These files are not done in an hour. I mean, I know some of the AI stuff might be, but
you get it in an hour? Stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know how long it takes.
I won't use it, so I don't know.
I know, I've seen people talk about it, but I don't.
Everything I've seen from AI on those ads is literally a file that already exists, and they pretend to make it again. So there's nothing but a stolen file. Now I'm sure it's doing stuff to where you get a bunch of pictures and you've already done most of the work. It's probably doing some decent ones, and it's doing some stuff that you got to remix. I've seen some of that. Like Liz a couple years ago did a cactus that wasn't printable until she modified it, and I'm sure it's gotten better. But that's, oh yeah, I get it. I mean, we're not going to track, unfortunately, we're not going to track it down. Somebody stole or was printing our files, not paying. I'd rather it not happen, but I don't have the money to track it down like Disney does. In fact, Disney, that's why people get by with things from the other companies, is they don't have the money to track it down for small potatoes. But it's getting so prolific with them that
They're going to make somebody an example,
yeah.
which I think they've tried to.
Well, they try to every year, but
But the weird thing is, you and I would do it. It'd be like, cut us off. These other people I've seen do it, and you know it's happened to, they're going on there and they just continue at it.
oh yeah, we know people have gotten caught.
I think they just try to change their format or something. So they got caught doing one thing, so like, we'll just give it away, or we'll do this, or we'll...
Well, I know the one guy that got busted, he just started copying somebody else's work. You know, just changed his name and, you know, started, you know, copying other things. Yeah, I mean, it's common. They'll
One
just,
in Florida that got in trouble for some Disney stuff and then decided to go post it
yeah.
for people to get in trouble with. It's like, wow, dude. Wow. And I've seen that one. I personally seen that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, isn't that the one?
Yeah.
Like, yep.
Oh, and they got busted for selling the files because they were doing it, or prints of it, and they they gave the files away for people to do. But it's harder to get them if they're not making money, and that's where.
I'm sure that, you know, it's crazy to me. It's like, keep trying at it. Like, if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, nope, yep, never mind, have a nice day. These other people, wow.
I'm shocked.
You know, but I'd probably freak out and be like, oh my gosh, you know.
Problem is, we can't sleep at night thinking that somebody got screwed, and it's not always you. We could sell I know there's a guy that sells Pokemon, tells people Pokemon files, all day long, and they sell the rights to it. We couldn't get do it because it's just a chance of ruining somebody's life with that. Neither one of us would sleep well at night. It doesn't matter that, you know, if you agree with it or not. It just
Well, it doesn't matter. They've been told they're not supposed to because every time you get log on to Facebook, they're arguing about IP. Every Facebook group is like IP. You know, there's an argument in there.
and what it typically is somebody who got busted will go argue with everybody else, but because they are nailing people.
I'm sure they have to be. I haven't. Have you seen any lately?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Mostly, technically, if you post it on certain Facebook groups, like for sale groups, they'll actually nail you.
Yeah.
If you put it on Marketplace, they'll actually sometimes nail you for that.
I did
You put it on
see where
Etsy?
They were saying that the marketplace was kind of contentious.
You
And
put
that
it,
was their advice was don't post it here, don't post it here, but post it here. You know, it's like then you know.
yes.
Oh,
Don't post it on Etsy. Don't post it on any of those sites because they'll actually do it and nail you. Don't post it on Marketplace, open Marketplace, because they'll nail you. You have to post it in little groups or stuff like that. If you're doing that, you're hoping nobody catches you.
well, didn't you say something like Shopify was it Shopify that was knocking people out of that stuff too?
Shopify will nail you, and Etsy will nail you. Direct themselves, they'll
So
actually.
really, they have to go to shows and sell them basically now.
But even then,
I know there's some shows you don't, you know.
the one we know of in Florida where they got busted, and then started sharing the files. They got busted at a show.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. So they just had somebody at that show that nailed her.
I mean, it was kind of ballsy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I bet you tell some people don't believe it's wrong, so I think that's what gets in their head. Like, oh, it's not wrong. You're talking about it's a $1 billion corporation or trillion, and who cares?
Yeah.
I'm just a little peon making my whatever.
I mean, I could actually a lot of it I agree. Yeah, most people say it won't think it won't happen to them, and the problem is it is just dumb luck, Beardy. I mean, it literally is.
It'd be our dumb luck.
Welcome in 3D printing. If you want to join, you can. Oh wait, I forgot I had to unplug that. You can join in as well, 3D I mean, yeah. Listen, my problem is literally the fact that just a chance of getting busted. It's just somebody else getting busted for our files, and we have done some fan art that's questionable, and we've left it up so that nobody can steal the rights to it and sell it as far as claim the design. But it all says on it not to. You don't have the commercial rights. At least that.
Shouldn't be too much up.
There's not much up.
I mean, original, I get it, because it's something fun to do and people love it. I mean, I get
There was some that were really fun. Some that I'd like to actually revisit for stuff around here because I think it'd be neat. But just to finish the project. But the problem of it is, I mean, just because we think it's neat and it would be a neat project, doesn't mean we have the legal rights to sell the files or the plans for it. Because that's not legal. Oh, okay. You wanted to help me suffer. Thank you. We appreciate the donation. Because I think you just got me to 200. Let's see. Yes. You're at $200. Thank you very much. I guess I have to go put on the Yoshi costume again. Yeah, we're donating to support the cancer research. Even though the channel said, in fact, I'm going to put on an IP costume. Ironic. Um, but you're going to suffer in the heat.
Cannot allow not to put on my custom. Because if you insult you
You're gonna have to read chat.
no. You have to read it through the
Oh yeah, no, that's
Yes.
not possible. Well, now we talk about Now we talk about IP while wearing an IP item from Nintendo. Oh. Oh, well, we thought it was a fun way to. Let's see if I can read chat. Oh, now we got.
Alright, you gotta bend down a little bit. You can't see the head.
Redeem was to send me into our stroke. So.
Go down, go down a little bit. They kiss your head.
All right, let's see if I can. Can you see the head now?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Bad advice with Bob dressed as Yoshi for heat stroke reasons.
So now you have to dance on somebody's thing?
I know that was it. We're going to do that redeem when I can set up a camera and actually do it. So somebody else is raising money, or if I can get it tomorrow, we'll dance as Yoshi. Because I got to move the camera. Warm is an understatement. That we don't have air conditioning in here.
It's like one of those sweatsuits.
Yes.
You come out drenched.
Oh. Yeah, somebody clipped it earlier. If somebody agrees, or if I can stream tomorrow, I will make a redeem to where I dance as Yoshi. Not well, because you can't see anything in this thing. I'm a bad dancer as it is. Let's see if I can see chat enough. So let's talk about IP while in this.
I don't know if they can hear you.
All right, let's get on so that people can hear me. While doing IP, complaining about IP stuff. Oh, and stay in the costume? I'll stay in the costume for a little bit. But, yeah, let's stream as Yoshi while complaining about people selling IP.
Decapitated Yoshi. Can you match our other dude?
Yes, that's why they were saying.
It's you, Rex.
But
Should have just said you're celebrating that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Nintendo's cease and desist is coming. I have actually thought about printing a dummy 13 and hanging this up in the shop or in the makerspace. I think it'd be kind of funny, but that's also probably illegal, even though it technically is, or more than likely it. Oh, thanks for all the clips. I appreciate it. Helping me get canceled. That's always helpful. But Yoshi thing is just for raising money for cancer research. For science. We owe you feet pics with Yoshi, so we'll try to get that done after stream.
I think they're boot pics.
Yes, there are boot pics. I don't have the boots on. Where'd the boots go?
I think they're over there. You can give 10G for a little free deal.
Yeah, we'll get tech you for a review. Oh. See, boots. You need. Oh, you want a complimentary, so you have both Sandy and I as a emote. I should have made, which I don't know if I would feel comfortable publishing it, but I should have made one where a redeem where we scanned it and released that for a little while. Scan me in the costume.
Are you dying yet?
Yes.
You got zipped up in that thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get this thing unzipped.
I don't know how you're gonna dance on video.
What? Without overheating? I'll do it. I'll figure it out a way.
Alright, you're unzipped.
Remember, people, we don't have air conditioning in this room.
Yeah, you'll have to make the tail shake.
Yeah.
You know where God is.
See if I can dance in it better than you can? I don't think that's possible, but hey. We'll see if we can get a dancing video from when either here for another redeem setup or we'll copy Heathen's twerking. That'll get us a cease and desist from Nintendo. Let me reset this. I got to redo the camera. That'll be tomorrow night at best.
You gotta find somebody to stream it.
I was either going to talk to Captain Kern or Liz. Maybe they'll let me do a Yoshi thing for a redeem.
Are you gonna stream in front of the printers?
Yes. We'll drag the camera out there and we'll stream a dancing Yoshi. See if we can get. That's going to be a $200 redeem at least. That's
No,
heat stroke
you should
level.
do it for free.
Should I? I don't think either of them are in here right now, but we'll talk to one of those two. Look at this. Also, don't drip water on it. From the water bottle. Talking about IP and redeem, so your redeems can get into Yoshi.
Already did his best.
Yes.
It's for a good cause.
Yes. That's why I thought it was funny to do it, but
Oh, I thought it was for all us to laugh at you.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, I definitely need hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh. Again, anybody wants to join in while you're still on, let me post a link. The link to donate is up at the pinned at the top. Welcome in, Bob Ross. If anybody wants to join, it's up here. Donation is I thought I was going to struggle to get people to donate 100, but donate on to cancer research. Click there. And another $50. I'll put the Yoshi costume back on for a few minutes, for a minute.
I don't know. That's good.
What?
$50 for a minute.
Yeah. You've worn it. You know that's not a deal.
I wore it twice. You wore it once in a parade. That
yeah.
was like 90 degrees.
Yes.
I don't think you ever offered to wear it again.
It's actually not as bad here as it was in the parade. So I will give you that.
Sun being down on you in a costume like that. Oh my god! And you can't see anybody, so all you have is kids screaming Yoshi, and I'm like, where? Like they're like wave over here, and I'm like, I can't see crap. So I'm just like waving everywhere. I'm like, why is Yoshi hitting himself in the head? We got smart the next time it had somebody spot, but they didn't do a good job with it. So.
Put them right there for. Let's see here. Let me get the camera moved. There we go. At least the Yoshi's in the thing for this week. We're going to go for IP infringement. Might as well do it right. Now at every 50, I put it on for a minute because that thing is hot.
I think you should give it
5
5 minutes.
minutes? I can't see anything. And you're not going to join me on stream, are you?
No, I'm just going to sit here and laugh at you.
All right, if we get to $50, I'll put it on for 5 minutes. We'll put a timer up. Will that work?
Maybe I should just make it for tomorrow.
We're going to stream tomorrow where I dance, aren't you? All right, tomorrow night we're going to do a, at what, 6 o'clock our time?
I don't know. I thought you were going to go on somebody else's.
I don't know.
Maybe you can get somebody else.
All right, yeah. If we can get on there,
People.
watch. Or I'll post on Twitter once I come up with a scenario. If I can't get anybody else, we'll set it up when we do it. But it's going to cost a little bit to get me to dance in the Yoshi costume for an embarrassment. But yeah, we'll set up something for tomorrow. If anybody wants to join, it is open. If not, let me see if I can reset the stream again, or the goal so I can actually see it. I'll message Captain Kern and see if because he's streaming a lot. Yeah. Later. Which, by the way, Darth Gallant, I did not get a link to your file if you're still here. Where you said you sent me something to look at from your daughter. One of her designs. It did not pop up. So if you're still here, I'll message you on Discord and tell you about that. Because I just brought up my chat. It was definitely we should have clipped it ourselves. As far as me saying I'm about to get in a Yoshi costume while complaining about doing IP, that actually would have been a nice one. That was seriously hypocritical. Okay, that. Yeah, I just had looked at it and I was like, I want to make sure you did see that. I will take a look at that when I get off stream. When I open up for some reason, when you open up Bamboo or Orca, it crashes my internet. I don't know why. Or maybe it just crashes my computer. I'm torn on if I really want to clip it or not, though, Heathen, because that's actually me complaining about IP while violating IP. It's you crashing my internet? That's only fair. I mean, I do go to your stream to crash Fusion, so that is fair. That I can't complain about that. But you anybody? I don't. Are you planning on coming back to streaming anytime? Because anybody that does not know Beardy, if you, I'd be shocked if you're in here and you don't know who Beardy is. If you're in there, he will actually answer your fusion questions. Because I was asking some design questions on him because he was doing it differently than I would have. And he took the time to actually show me how and why. So that's why we're joking about me crashing his fusion. It did crash while he was answering my question. But he takes a different approach than we do to printability. And his approach isn't bad, it's just different than ours. But he took the time to show us. So I am grateful for that. But yeah, tomorrow I will be on a stream or not. I will post it to all my social media profiles for charity. We may even use a clip of this so everybody can see me be hypocritical. Mainly this is just to see if I can get a heat stroke and raise money for charity, though. I would not make a file of it. Although I may publish a 3D model if I can at some point, if I can scan it somehow. I'll try a phone scanner or something. A temporary file up. So people can print it and make fun of me. We will see. Man, I'll have to Febreze it just for my sweat even from tonight.
It's all right.
Huh? What? Maybe I'm just getting weak in my old age. I'm not sitting here trying for that. Although again, I would do appreciate it. Tech Cheaper. Everybody should always remember they never owe me anything. But I definitely am not going to turn it down because it will help in some of my workflows right now. For if I can get it working right. Again, now, are you actually going to be releasing that as a membership thing to where people can play it on their streams on their channels? Tech Cheaper, your trivia game? I know Fighting has been working on some files that are going to be neat for everybody to share, where your printer will interface into your chat or into your streamer bot. Okay. I will have to look at that. If I can't find anybody else's stream for the Dancing Yoshi, because I do promise everybody at some point there will be able to clip me on Dancing with Yoshi. If they're willing to or see donations that high, we will try that out. Because I was playing the game. It's actually kind of cool. Oh, Retro had a version? Very fitting for Retro's channel. Is that actually, that's not actually hosted on, your, but, you can't host stuff like that through GitHub, can you? Or something that advanced on GitHub. Or can you? Okay. I was gonna say. Because that would actually be awesome. I mean, it was a fun game. I'll have to add it. Might be a neat one for openers too, before they go on stream. Because a lot of us will give us a chance to have people in so they don't repeat themselves. For those that have not seen it, as well. We do have a light up pumpkin for the Porch T-Rex. This uses a file from MakerWorld, or a light from MakerWorld. We'll be publishing it this week with links. This is going to be a free file. This is was supposed to be a charity stream, so everything's free today that we're publishing again. Just like we, this will always be free, thanks to Polymaker for sponsoring the project. The base file. Some of the add-ons are going to be in our membership section. No, do not eat the. It's not your bed. And at some point tomorrow, we will, again, I think tomorrow night, but I believe Captain Kern is streaming tomorrow night, so maybe he'll let me on his stream. So. Yeah, let me actually look at, see who else is streaming tonight. Before I get stuck in the suit again and get into heat stroke. Okay, we are going to stream into Big Jano because he is also doing cancer research funding. So we are going to pop in there and say hi to continue the cancer research theme. I'm going to join in as well. For those of you on Twitch, for those of you on YouTube, I don't know how many are on thank you for joining, and I will try again, either stream tomorrow or join another channel. Those that are on Twitch may hear more what's that later. So have a good night, everybody. I've been on for a couple hours, but have a good night, and we will stream again.